Hey guys, welcome back to the movie Mafias. So, Godzilla vs. Kong is right at the doorstep. So, I just thought of making a video that gives a better understanding of the MCU. You know, the Monster Cinematic Universe.
I understood that reference.
Disney won't sue me, right? Anyway, the Monsterverse of the legendary pictures was kicked off by 2014's Godzilla movie. But it was not the first event in the universe to take place chronologically. So guys, hold your seatbelts together as I'm gonna break down the entire timeline of the Monsterverse. But before I do that, make sure you stick to the end of this video, drop a like, share, subscribe, and comment down below which team are you on for the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. Here we go. The first major event takes place in 1944, during World War II, when two Air Force pilots, an American pilot Hank Marlowe and Japanese Gunpei Ikari, go missing somewhere in the South Pacific Ocean. 2 years later, in 1946, a secret government organization called Monarch is founded with the purpose of finding alien life forms. But sometimes later, Monarch finds out about prehistoric creatures living on Earth, and it calls them massive unidentified terrestrial organisms, or MUTO. When Monarch tries to lure Godzilla in the Bikini Atoll in Marshall Islands to kill it using nuclear explosions, but it fails. This failure of 1954's attempts of killing Godzilla leads to a change of plans in the Monarch to kill Godzilla by using other MUTOs. So, jumping forward 2 decades in 1973, Bill Randa, the then head of Monarch, comes up with a plan of discovering unidentified life in a hitherto unexplored island called Skull Island in the South Pacific Ocean. He starts an expedition there along with former British commander James Conrad, anti-war photographer Mason Wibbs, and a number of soldiers under Colonel Packard. This group discovers Kong for the first time. It also rescues soldier Hank Marlowe, who went missing during the Second World War. He had been living in the island for almost 3 decades, along with the native Iwi tribes. Then, in 1999, Monarch finds out 2 spores of MUTO under a collapsed uranium mine in Philippines. One of the spores being dormant, the other being hatched. The same year, the Janjira nuclear power plant in Japan gets destroyed due to unexplained seismic activity, and the whole city is abandoned. The quest for the MUTOs by Monarch continues, as in 2009, a Monarch team led by scientist Emma Russell finds out a giant cocoon in an unexplored temple. Fast forward 5 years, in 2014, a Russian submarine is attacked by a MUTO. The attack is followed by the arrival of Godzilla, which causes massive tsunami in Honolulu. Thus, for the first time, general public sees Godzilla. Meanwhile, another MUTO hatches from the preserved spore kept in the Monarch facilities, and both the MUTOs cause destruction, first in Las Vegas, then in San Francisco, where they collide with Godzilla, who kills them and returns to the ocean. After the 2014 San Francisco events, Monarch went public as all the information regarding several giant superspecies living on Earth was revealed, and the goal of Monarch was now changed from killing the Titans to studying and preserving them. Monarch built 67 outposts all over the world for preserving and studying the Titans. Then, in 2016, the Monarch team led by Vivian Graham built a research and containment facility around a 3-headed creature found beneath the ice in Antarctica and called it Ghidorah. 3 years later, in 2019, the cocoon in Outpost 61 hatches and Mothra is born, but it flees when a group of eco-terrorists led by Alan Jonah breach the area. Monarch scientist Emma Russell, now working under the eco-terrorists led by Alan Jonah, frees King Ghidorah from Outpost 32 in Antarctica, which temporarily defeats Godzilla. Later on, Emma Russell frees all the other titans of the world, including Rodan in Mexico. Godzilla and Mothra fight Rodan and Ghidorah in Boston, where eventually Mothra defeats Rodan and sacrifices itself by transferring nuclear powers to Godzilla. The newly empowered King Godzilla kills Ghidorah and restores the order. Months after the Boston event, the Titans are seen healing the Earth, and some Titans are reported to be converging on the Skull Island. So guys, that was the entire Monsterverse timeline explained under 5 minutes.